My name is Malik Shabazz. I've been in Treme for 57 years at this house. Right now, it looks really great on this block. But at one time, we used to have to deal with knee-deep water, constantly dragging the sandbags to the door if it flooded, not being home sometime at work, and my sister's calling because she's dragging the sandbags, the cars are coming through, splashing the water through. I was ignorant to both of the entities, and I want to say entities on the side of me, the interstate and Claiborne, watching the way it's designed and seeing the flaws in this infrastructure that they built. It's constantly throwing the water in the community. I watched them build Armstrong Park, not knowing that there was a design flaw there that's pumping all this water. Esplanade Street is sloped where it's dumped water, so I have basin or Orleans, whatever you want to call it, because I call it basin. I live around here. Esplanade, Claiborne, and Armstrong Park that floods water into this neighborhood constantly at a rapid rate. It's a stress factor, it's an insurance problem issue. You can't move around, you can't get back and forth. If you're trying to get home, you're stuck. Because if you call home and you're told it's flooding, you can't get in. If you're driving in, you definitely can't get in. Most times you have to park under the Claiborne interstate on Claiborne. Some people park across the street in a lot because it's a little high because it slopes up. But I got a call from a friend, Cheryl Austin, Greater Treme Consortium, and she talked to me about the hot island effect and how hot the city was getting. And she asked about planting some trees on the block, because she knows I'm kind of well in tune to what's going on in the neighborhood, being from around here most of my life. We've owned the house for 31 years, but we've been in this neighborhood 57 years. My family, my grandmother, my great-great-grandfather. If you really know me, my grandfather used to run Mr. Ed's cab company on this corner, St. Anne and Robinson Street back in the days in the 60s and 50s. Cheryl talked to me about planting the trees on the block. And I was like, yeah, that would be really nice. Not thinking, being tuned in. I just wanted to beautify the block, but it actually made a very, very dramatic effect. But with the three trees we planted directly in front of my door, we're catching gallons of water that runs directly off the curb. And the trees are sucking it up like a giant sponge. I have a garden that we had that already existed here. We attached a rain barrel, and it feeds it on its own. Most of the year, it could probably go without even using any other water, just the overflow. But the water helps with the spread of water and everything else when it gets too dry around here. I also have the permeable pavers. We cut the entire section out. This was all concrete and cement. The company in Mbutu came. They worked very diligently. It was very tedious cutting out the concrete, but they took the job on, they took it and they ran with it. It was a great job. We went from having water coming up to here, splashing in as the cars and truck goes because the street sloped up. If you see the street, it dips in the center, to not having it barely coming over the curb right now. With the permeable pavers, the trees, I got some irises that are coming back, the rain barrel in the garden, thousands of gallons of water. Thank you very much. This is the coolest this block has ever been in 31 years. Well, being involved with Greater Treme Consortium, Waterwise Gulf South, and the other organizations that I work with to learn about stormwater management, flooding mitigation, community gardens, maintaining the rain gardens and the existing green infrastructure that we install, proper knowledge, getting the information out to people, and just getting more of our youngsters involved. Because if we get them involved at this point, we can get them involved into politics through green infrastructure. we can get them involved in their own city and become governors and mayors and be involved with green infrastructure. But we'll have more of the community involved in green infrastructure. Imagine the whole block of green infrastructure, just one huge sponge soaking up all this water that comes in when it rains. And we have flooding problems from rain. Let's just get that clear, not from hurricanes and storms that come in. We're getting this from constant rain because we have issues like clogged drains when our neighbors come in and build houses on these empty lots and they throw the cement in the drain. That's what I deal with this one. Constantly calling Sewage and Water Board to fix it and they don't fix it. Then the Department of Transportation or the Department of Works that don't want to come out and fix it. We have constant problems where we're going to have, I'm 57 years, so we have 57 years of deteriorating infrastructure that we need to fix. And we need to educate everybody about what needs to be fixed. So if you didn't read the strategic plan that Sewage and Water Board has, you might want to read it again and think about what they're trying to do. You might want to help them do what they need to do.